G'day there, Mark. You've already told us about one of Ellen's visions. Did she have any more?
She most certainly did, Arnie, and I'm going to tell you about two of them today. But before I get there, I want to talk about the Sabbath. Ellen didn't think the Sabbath was very important to begin with. But then, after she got married to James, which I talked about last time, she and James read a tract, a paper that Joseph Bates had written on the Sabbath, and they went, wow, you know what? This is right. And so they came to accept the Sabbath at that point. And then a little after that, they went to a place called Topsham in Maine in the United States. And while they were there, Joseph Bates was sharing, and Ellen had another vision. And in this vision, she was describing what she was seeing in the vision. And as she was describing what she saw in each vision, Captain Bates, who used to be a sea captain of a ship, said, this is the planet that she's talking about, and this is the planet that she's talking about. So as she described them, he was naming the planets. When she came out of vision, Captain Bates said to her, have you studied astronomy? And she said, no. So what she had been seeing, she'd never seen before and couldn't describe. And Captain Bates said, guess what? This must be God at work, because she couldn't have known this if she hadn't studied it. So a little bit later after that, in the following year, so the first one was in 1846, the next one's in early 1847, Ellen has another vision. And in this second vision, well, really it was her third one at least by this stage, she sees heaven opened. And in heaven, she sees the temple of God. And inside the temple, do you know what was inside the temple, Arnie?
Tell me.
The Ark of the Covenant was inside, which was like the one that Moses made. And inside, do you know what was inside the Ark of the Covenant?
Yeah, 10 Commandments.
The 10 Commandments was inside there, Arnie. And what Ellen noticed in her vision was all this brightness around the commandments, but there was a very bright halo around the fourth commandment. And the fourth commandment has to do with the Sabbath. And so Ellen came to see that the fourth commandment is really important and very special because it reminds us which day we should worship on. And do you know why that's important, Arnie?
Because it's the day that God rested after creation.
That's exactly right. And that's why it's important, because it tells us too that where we're going to. And I think that's really important in our world today, Arnie.
Absolutely.
So, two visions that Ellen had that I've shared about with you today.
They were really good visions.
And that shows that God was leading her and guiding her in her life, which is really important for us to know.
Yeah.
And it reminds me that the wise man said in Proverbs that we need to commit our ways to the Lord and trust in him. And when we do, he directs, he guides, he leads us. And he was doing that with Ellen.
Yeah. The visions made her believable.
They did.
My name's Arnie from Arnie's Shack, and you have been listening to Bible Buddies. Our time is up for today, and I look forward to catching up with all of you again next time. So stay safe, take care, and God bless.
Learn about our wonderful God each day.
Stop and learn. Hey, stop.